Hello, Andrea. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm a little bit in a moment of charging batteries and growing in other fields than my normal job. So I'm excited. It's also needed sometimes. Mm.
Yes, very nice.
Mhm.
Well, we're very excited to speak with you today. We are EI focused. Our purpose is empowering women and girls in sports with emotional intelligence. And we're here today with you, Andrea Fuentes. Andrea has been to the Olympics 3 times. She's earned 4 medals. And this has brought her to be one of the most decorated Spanish Olympians of all time. And
Yeah.
right now, she is the head coach for Team USA Women's Artistic Swimming.
Mhm. Exactly.
So excited to talk to you today. And I would love to start off our conversation just with the question, how do emotions affect your performance as a coach?
Mhm. Um, my emotions usually I think they help me because I try to drive them in a way that are empowering me instead of making me smaller. No, of course this is not always possible, but I try as much as I can to drive my attention always to um, to the positiveness or the optimism of any situation. No, and this makes my emotions be usually working for me, no, for my values. So for example, imagine, to picture it a little bit, sometimes where there's a lot of pressure and any situation happens, for example, just one accident, no, and it can be a very negative situation, but instead of looking at this situation as a negative problem that would affect me with or anger or sadness or fear, I try to see the situation as a positive opportunity for us to, this is a challenge, this is exciting actually, and it's the universe who's proving us to see if we can solve it, no? And then suddenly it creates emotions that are like, let's see, this, are you proving me? I will show you, this a little bit daring attitude or exciting attitude, no? So you can change fear not from fear, because once you see it as an, like, your brain judges the situation as a negative one, you have never negative emotions. But I call it negative because are not pleasant for me, but maybe it's not the correct judgment, no, but it creates a sensation that I don't like, no. And then why not, instead of, once you have this sensation that you don't like, which can be fear, for example, and try to fight this fear and then have to convert it, which is a lot of energy, why you don't just go directly to the judgment of, no, it's actually a challenge, a proof from the universe, something exciting, even if it's dangerous. Let's see if we can do it, like, place your mind, it is a game, and then let's, pass to the next situation. Yeah, and then you don't need to fight fear, convert it to, you just go directly, it's maybe a shortcut, but it's, I think it it creates a lot of waste of energy to judge it negative, and then so it's not automatic, of course, at the beginning, but there's people who see always everything positive, but the ones that we don't have this gift, I trained myself to do it, and now it's natural, no. It's not a gift for life, no. You can work on it, and then once I find myself in a situation, I remind myself, okay, now I can choose. I go to this way or this way. My judgment. No, it's not negative. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, let's go. You know, it's
And,
yeah. This is my way to do it.
and it sounds like it happens like that. But you also said you trained yourself. And
Yeah.
so how does that work? How do you
Um.
train yourself?
Yeah. In present moment again. I mean, I have the sensation that I'm talking because I'm sure you know a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. So it's kind of, I think I'm gonna say things that you already know. But
Oh,
okay, in my situation, usually if you have fear or emotions that are negative to you, if you look at them, almost always they are, because they are not in the present moment, they are or in the future or in the past, no? Regret or fear for an imagination that something is going to happen, no? And if it's present moment, it's very easy to go to the emotions that are positive for you, no? Which is this joy, this empowering yourself, no? And I think is train yourself to be in the present moment. There's a lot of techniques, no? Mine was meditation when I was younger as an athlete. And meditation sounds like, okay, now everybody talks about meditation and or mindfulness, or it's kind of the magic thing, and it's actually very simple. And when I discovered what was it actually makes a lot of sense, because how to train your mind to not go to the future or the past, why it's focusing on the breathing, no? What's the relationship? And when I discovered why, it was actually very helpful, because the breathing, it's the easiest way to click your brain to the present moment, because it's happening now, no? I'm breathing in my life, I'm exhaling, and also the sensations of the body. For example, when I was about to compete, when I was an athlete, I was also like trying to focus my mind, instead of fear of I will fail or I will be too tired or whatever. I was, okay, how am I now? I'm scared for the future, but how I am doing now? Go to physical things, not so abstract things. So I was going to my hands. If you focus a lot, you can feel sensations, physical sensations, like it's itchy, it's hot, it's cold, it's sweating, it's I feel the like ants on your like shaking. How are them, no, without judging them? Physical sensations put you in a very simple mode of thinking, not abstract, not future, not past. It's just now. It's simple, it's happening, it's physical. And then this was making me train myself to be now and now and now, and going to simple. It's physical, it's more nature wise, no? Not so human brain behind your brain. So this was my technique.
And as a coach, how are you able to share these techniques with your athletes?
Mm-hmm. I have mostly teenagers, and usually when you talk about these things to a teenager, it's like, yeah, okay, mindfulness, whatever. Like I feel like a mom with a teenager, like, mom, like she only needs to say shut up. And so I'm just like, okay, how I was as a teenager, I didn't want any advice of these kind of things. So when I see one swimmer who's scared, I grab their hands, or I say, try to count how many counts you're using to breathe, but don't change it. Just be aware of it. Like if it's fast, just observe it. Like put your attention on it. I don't tell her, let's go to meditate and find Buddha, no? I'm just like, how you feel your hands? They are shaking, they are cold, or what? Can I touch them? Okay, and then I do a massage. Feel the massage. It's pressing, or where it hurts. It hurts here. Okay, let me see. It's better there. Things that are going to simple, going to, okay, like remind them in a way that they don't see so much that I'm brainwashing. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, put your attention on the body and the physical, and actually accept it, because it's normal to be under pressure now, no? And that's not any problem. It can be actually good, no? To be in this situation. So judge it in another way, or don't judge it. And how to not judge it? Just observe, without thinking if it's good or bad.
What have you noticed when you practice this way with your athletes? You show them the sensations of the body. What have you noticed in their performance in competition or at practice?
Yeah, I cannot do it always, because of course there's a lot of athletes, and it's only when I see somebody in a crisis. And if not, they do it by themselves sometimes. They do it as a team. They grab their hands in a circle just before competing. And usually, for example, Lindy, who said, okay, let's gonna breathe, because like if she says it is different than if I say it. Like mom is saying it, not mom the coach, or it's one of us. And then she grabs the hands of the whole team, and the whole team is in circle, and they breathe together, just calmly together, like let's inhale and then exhale. So actually they are doing mindfulness techniques, but without noticing that it's a technique that we already said. It's you who invented, okay?
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's okay if it works, why not? And then it's a ritual now for them, and they are doing it just before starting to walk, or like before going to the arena. And then if it's a crisis, like I told you, for example, before a solo or no matter what, that is more alone, this person, I try to do these kind of things. But if it doesn't work, because sometimes it's not magical, no, because the mind is so there that it's like I don't kind of,
Yeah.
like, okay, change, like go to the water and swim fast, or do a couple of jumps, like distract your mind to another thing, or just completely change the topic of something silly, because sometimes with humor it makes you come back to the present moment, because you don't go to the fear of the future. You actually laughing about something that I just said or just happened, no? I try to find something funny, so you come back to the present very much easier than the hands are shaking. Yes, I'm shaking. And then it's worse, no? It's
Right.
something you have to know the swimmer to, okay, this one doesn't work the hands because then they're shaking and then it's worse. No, okay, she don't accept it. She finds it's negative. So, okay, humor. Da 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 da. Ha. Okay, I'm better now. Let's go.
Wow. You are an all-in coach, and it sounds like you have really developed uh, a real connection with your athletes to be able to understand how to go to humor with one, to how to make someone go swim laps in another situation.
Yeah.
How do you connect with your athletes?
At the beginning, I was a mess as a coach because, for example, last year was my first year, and I didn't know neither how to do it, because I had my techniques as an athlete. I knew what I wanted as an athlete, but I know everybody is different. So I was never in the coaching position before, no? So I was like, okay, today I will try this technique. Let's see if it works. Okay, it was awful. Okay, next time another one. Another day I have to do a super speech, no? And then, okay, it was good, but 3 or 4 were like, I knew they wanted to be on their own. But it's a team, no? So you cannot be perfect for all of them. And then now I discovered that all teenagers, they want to feel that you trust them. And if you try to control everything, or tell them what to do, they think that you think that they are weak. It's like, not even teenagers. I mean, I have a 3 years old daughter that if I help her, she goes very mad. Like, don't help me, mom, like me, I want to do it myself. And it's an impossible thing, but I let her fail. Sometimes she does it and I'm the surprised one, but she grows with confidence because she knows that I'm trusting her abilities, no? And with a teenager, it's even more. If in competition I try to, control them or protect them, I found that it's worse. And now I try to give them the space and make them find their best way. So I put them under a lot of different situations during practice for them to discover their best way, because I cannot control all of them, or I cannot give at the same time 8 different techniques to all of them, because I'm one, no, or 2 if the assistant is there. So I tried also during practice to empower them to find their own solutions inside. And when they can't, of course I go, no, if it's now or never.
Yeah.
But I try to do it before, not only when the crisis is there.
Right. So letting them figure things out on their own empowers them, and you allow that. And then when they need you, you're there for them. And in this way, they feel confident. And
I think the art of the coach is, um, like, I will prepare you for anything in life, no? But I will not tell you how to do it always, because first of all, I don't need, I mean, I'm not God and I don't know already. So we will discover together, but I will guide you to want it, to find it, no? So that's why I try to put them during the whole year in difficult situations or in front of adversity, for them to gain the confidence, not from me, like, good job, you're perfect, yes, you're good, because then you don't believe it so much, but to prove yourself that in front of adversity, you don't come small, you try to do a step forward. And this is the real confidence, when you find yourself that, okay, no matter what happens, I'm able to pass through it. And then I always, when we have difficult situations on purpose, made by me, for example, when they finish, if they didn't were able to do the step forward, and they were like, this is worse because I'm smaller now. Okay, let's analyze together what happened, what you did. Okay, I did this, and this. What do you think that didn't work? I don't tell them this is the cause, because maybe I'm wrong first, and second, I'm not helping them to learn about themselves, no? And then I say, okay, what was it? What do you think was the thing that made you feel small, or what were your thoughts? They think, we discuss, and then they find maybe it was this. We are not sure, never, no, but we try. Next one, we'll try to change. When you find this moment that you will think like this, change it and redirect it this way, and let's see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
On the next one, I try to do it a lot. On the next one, they try, and it was successful, good, I have mine. I work better when I focus on, on the movie of yesterday. Okay, if it works for you, this is not mindfulness, but okay, it works for now. Who cares? We call it however, the Hannah's way.
Uh-huh.
And if for you it works that I go running and I hit somebody and tell me that I'm strong, okay, or no, I need my space and my silence, my music, and breathe. Okay, but let's find your way. Yeah, I think it's very important to know yourself.
So it sounds like you really do. You spend the time with the athletes, that just letting them try in their different ways, and then you as a coach are understanding then what drives them, what motivates them, and so that you come to this place together and you can keep guiding them there in this way, using these tools that you've learned specifically about them.
And now it looks easy, but it's not easy. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's some people that still don't know, and it's been 1 year already, no? Like, okay,
Yeah.
sometimes sometimes not, but yeah, it's experience, no? And I think we will die and we will still not know what was the best and perfect thing, because every situation. Hmm.
I love how you smile, and I love your energy. And I heard that you bring humor into your practices. And so, what? How do you do that? How do you? What is something funny, and how do you bring that into practice?
Um, I don't know if I'm so funny, but okay. I don't know. I think also there's one swimmer that for me, like, each swimmer has a role, and for me the humor one, it's very important. So I have two swimmers that the role of these swimmers is sense of humor.
Ah,
Yeah, it's very important, because in front of adversity, the humor changes everything.
hmm.
And then I told them, if the team is like freaking out, your job is, find a joke. I don't care about what is it, like, but this is no need to cheer them. Like, your job is to find something funny to make them love. And another one is the one of, yes, team, like, do it, we can do it, but her job is find something funny. I don't care, and I give a role, a very important role for me, it's this one. So I don't know if it's me or the swimmers.
Okay, well, it sounds like maybe both, but
Yeah, sometimes it's just that I find something funny, and I don't try to, no, this is serious, we have to, because we don't need not to be so serious, because it's actually not helping sometimes. So,
right. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in how we need to do this in a certain way and take everything so seriously.
mm,
But then when it's almost like we relax when we laugh. And it's like that reset a little bit, how you described, resetting our minds.
yes, because a lot of people confuses to be serious with having discipline. And I have for me, one of my most important values is self-discipline. And it doesn't mean that I have to be crying or angry, you know. Like I can have my maximum highest bar, but enjoying the path to arrive there, no. And I think if you promote it in your practices, it's like the demand is super high, but if we can have a good time, much better. No, we are not here to suffer, so we want to arrive here, so we will arrive no matter what. And now you decide if you enjoy the path, or you will remember as an awful period of your life. And I don't want this, no. As a coach, I prefer that they have good memories. Mm.
Yes. And I mean, I just admire that so much, and to enjoy the journey, because in your sport, artistic swimming, it is so demanding. The hours spent, the sacrifices athletes make, because it does take so much time. And
Yeah.
so to have that playfulness, to include fun so that they want to be there, and they're
Yes, and I think I learned even more in here in the US, because you are very good on making practices fun. Because I sign a lot of sports, no? Like you have how you learn from the first stages, like how you teach in the school. I see it now in my kids also. Like everything is like a game, and you can do the same like game wise and learn much faster, because it's actually when a kid is having fun, it's much more focused. That if it's boring, they go on another way, no. So
great.
it actually has more efficiency, like this. And I think the US is like number one in this, no, on making the system exciting. And
Mhm.
I think I'm learning more here about this than in Europe. It's not like this, it's much less. Yes.
Mhm. So creating this environment where the athletes can kind of get into their zone, which includes fun.
Yes, like you do in school. Yeah, maybe you lose it later, but in school it's super obvious. Like everything, like learn a letter has a song, or you have I don't know. Let's find this number, and you have a labyrinth to find it. And this in Europe is not like this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's super boring comparing to here. And I was like, wow, they learn like this. This is super good, no? And then I see clubs like little in other sports. This is very fun, no? And it's like everything, it's a game or competition between them, but in a game environment. I
Mhm.
think it's a very good tool, because the kids are much more focused, and they go much harder. So it's actually two things: more fun, and they work more. So
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, just really love how you describe reaching that bar no matter what. And it takes discipline no matter what. So why not bring the fun in? And what you're saying, that people want to work harder, kids or the athletes want to work harder
for
because
example, yeah, to picture it better, in synchronized swimming, artistic swimming, we have to work every day. For example, 50 sculls in vertical, no, like upside down, legs together, and the highest you are, like fighting against gravity, more points, no. So we can do it, like 50 sculls. So it's hard because you have to not breathe, and it's 50. So you actually die almost, not die, but it's very hard. 50 there as high as you can. And the other way is like, okay, we have to do two teams, and arrive from this point to this point. But let's see which team arrives with this line that they put you in your leg dry. Let's see competition. And the one to win has this present. They fight much more. If I tell them 50 skulls, they go here. But if I tell them, let's see which team wins, wow, the demand is much higher, and they are having fun, because let's go, they cheer each other, they bring the unity also to the team.
yes,
I think it's actually more efficient than just serious, no.
right, right. So creating that little playful competition between the athletes to make it more fun.
Yes, 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 yes. Tip.
Uh, well, it has been a pleasure talking with you, Andrea. I've learned so much, and I love your smile and your enthusiasm and your real passion for the sport. And thank you so much for spending the time with us today.
Thank you to you for bringing this to the society, because it's really, really important. And for the questions, because you don't have usually so much interesting questions.
Ah, my pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you out on the pool, and I look forward to seeing Team USA go for it.
Let's go, let's go. We have big goals, very difficult ones, but let's try our maximum.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. And have fun doing it.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, have a good day.
Bye bye.